11 shirt starts, as does last year's MVP at the VNL, Michelle Barch-Hackley. She'll be playing in the wing spiker position alongside number 23, Kelsey Robinson, who looked good yesterday, and phenomenal middle player. Number 24 is Chiaka Ogbogu. Very, very good middle player. Pleased to see her out there on court. And Mary Lake in the number 27 shirt will start in the libero position. So changes for Kirai, but still very much an experimental group of players who won't have had a lot of court time together.
Well, indeed. So some changes by Kirai. Confident going in towards the back end of this week, and then the final week in week 5 of his team's qualification for the final. So let's have a look then at the Polish lineup. Who has Ricky gone with?
Oh, Coach Nawrocki, he's going to keep Stasiak in the lineup. She struggled with her pass yesterday, Stasiak. She'll be next to Natalia Madric by the looks of it in the wing spiker position. New middle player on court, Klaudia Alagierska, number 3. Agnieszka Kakalewska starts also through the middle, the captain. And the setter will be Julia Nowicka, who will be hoping, desperately hoping for a better pass off the Polish service reception today so that she can work her magic at the net. Otherwise, we're going to see a lot of high balls going to Śmazek, and it will be Śmazek versus this USA block. Nervy moments, I would say, for Nawrocki. He needs a win today, I think more than Karch Kirai does.
So, a little stroke of the beard. Last thoughts for the head coach of Poland. So, changes have been made. Yesterday, well, it's gone. It's now all about Poland and the USA getting normal service resumed. Barch-Hackley, nice little smile from her. Came on yesterday, but didn't really have a chance to get involved much in the gameplay of the USA. The game was gone at that point. That loss to Turkey. So first serve then, Poland versus USA. Nowicki. Carlini. First points go to the USA, much to the delight of the US fans you see there in the back of the shot.
Yeah, think back to yesterday, Castello in the opposite position, just could not put the ball away in the first set. Opening set to Annie Drews, and she does the job nicely.
Barch-Hackley, the experience of the USA. Got some firepower on court today of the Stars and Stripes. It's set. Oh, it's kept in play. The libero, different coloured shirts. Oh, good point. We've started lively here, Simon, as expected.
Well, USA sometimes slow starters, but they will be delighted with what they've done early doors here. Good put away from Drews and a fantastic kill block from Ogbogu.
Oof! Super spike. The first point that Poland pick up. It's like, all right, USA, we know you're coming off the back of a defeat as well, but let's remind you that we're here. And a good super spike for the Polish team.
And an indicator that the Polish pass looking a little more stable at the moment. Every time they get that ball to Nowicka, they can use the middle players. That's a threat from this Polish team.
All of a sudden, Poland are back in it at 2 apiece, going wide. Śmazek looking over to the bench, taking a bit of guidance from the coach.
Yeah, they've done their homework on Kelsey Robinson, and she wasn't far enough into the diagonal. The coach has just reminded her of that.
Stasiak on the serve for Poland, 2 apiece. Long.
Yeah, one of those ballooning service errors, never that far away, I'm afraid, where Stasiak is concerned. She's still young, 18 years of age, much learning the game, but she'll get there. She's certainly a prospect.
So serve goes back to the USA. Ogbogu on the service line. The point was fast, the point was clean.
Poland just can't let this happen again today. The service reception is so important. Better.
Smarzek. Oh. Well.
Yeah, the celebration's curtailed there because that went mighty close to the sideline. That was nearly in. But there's the Smarzek angle that is the main source of her point scoring. That diagonal has to be shut down by the USA. They didn't shut it down there.
USA with a 1-point advantage. Service back then with the Polish side. Nice serve, Barsh-Hackley. Shouts for it. Oh, what a block. A monster block indeed. Oh, in rhythm. They're happy. So they should be 4 points apiece. Look at that. Doubling up at the net. Smarzek once again standing up for her side. Kakalevska with the serve. The chase is on. Barsh-Hackley puts it over. Smarzek ready, poised. Oh, wonderful pickup.
USA causing their own problems again at the moment. Again, Poland would have done their homework here. They know that if they can put Barsh-Hackley and Lake, the libero, under pressure on service, they can isolate the hitters, get up a good block, get it into transition, and then go to the power of Smarzek, and that's exactly what happened there. But the problem in this rotation, Barsh-Hackley and Lake passing next to each other, and they're struggling at the moment.
And there's Lake again in the blue of the libero shirt for the USA.
Annie Drews can't dig the USA out of trouble, hits that one into the antenna.
Kakalevska on the service line. Poland now have a 2-point advantage in this first set. Settling nicely, the Polish side, wanting to keep this momentum going. Lake sets. Oof.
Right, and that's what you do with the ball under control. It's still a concern that Poland think it's okay to target supposedly the passing specialist on court for the USA, Lake, and also one of the other specialist passers in wing spiker, Barsh-Hackley. So that is a concern, but Lake stepping up there, getting the ball in, and Drews can put it away.
So Drews on the serve, a little bit of net on that one. Well, Smarzek's looking back at the official, goes in the direction that she wanted, raises his left hand and points in their direction.
A decent kill into position one by Aligierska, but Barsh-Hackley fell over as she moved around court. They just slipped over, so didn't get a defensive play out of it. First kill for Titori Dixon, new middle player on court for the USA. Nice slide D, runs around. Good control, jumping off the one leg to go wide, test the block.
So Robinson for the serve of the USA. Blocked nicely. Look at Smarzek ready and poised. Blocked out of it. Hovers, doesn't she, in that opposite strike, that number 2 position, Smarzek. You just see her going backwards and forwards, just waiting for the opportunity.
Yeah, and what you'll notice from both sides of the net is that when the ball is under control and on the setter's head, watch all of the spikers begin to move to the net. It's very fast. When it's off and out of system like that, everyone has to wait for the high ball. That's a decent kill from Madrid. Might see a challenge here, though.
Yep, the buzzer goes.
USA think it's out, no touch, so I would imagine if it's been called out, it'll be Poland a challenge to say, is it in? Yeah, it's got USA's way, so it's Poland that have to ask the question.
So just before the first technical timeout of this first set then, let's see if it makes a difference. Well, miles in.
Yeah, it looked like a good kill from Madrid. Kai says it was.
Agalesco remembering that it's the first technical timeout as We hit the 8 points of the first set. Just the 1 point advantage then. Poland 8, USA 7. Completely different from yesterday, Simon, in terms of the start for both of these sides.
Yeah, two different looking teams. Still some fragility on that service reception, but overall that was okay. From Coach Nawrocki's point of view, I think he would have been perfectly happy to see Alagierska focusing on the next point, forgetting completely about the score.
And she was poised and ready, the number 3 for Poland.
Yeah, let's get it into transition and let's get it to Malwina Śmarzyk. Basically the message.
Well, she's always ready. Śmarzyk, she's 2 points early doors in this first set. So Larson, Marsh Hackley, two of the most experienced members of the USA side, having a little word with each other. So we continue then after the first technical timeout. Poland on the serve in this first set. Marsh Hackley puts it in a good position. And Drews, the number 11. Well, high fives all round indeed. The double block at the net, the Polish team.
Yeah, Drews has started well, and I think Drews is the answer to USA's opposite problem. They've got a lot of players in that zone, but Drews now starting to stand out.
Oh, nice little pick-up from the Śmarzyk spike. Marsh Hackley. Oh, straight at Śmarzyk. She turned her body to defend the power of the American. A little bit of a rally that ended in the favour of the Stars and the Stripes. And once again, therefore, a USA serve. Dixon.
That'll settle the teenager down. Good kill from Poland's tallest player. Stusiak is a mean hitter. She's a very, very good player at the net. It's the other elements of her game in that wing spiker position, the passing, the defending that she just needs to keep working on. That is fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good overhand reception from Marsh Hackley, but watch her go to the net. As soon as she's past it, she is travelling out wide and almost demanding the ball.
Wonderful little move. Formation changes as soon as the serve is made. That was impressive. So USA wanting more of the same. Carlini. Śmarzyk blocked. Pick up, set again. Once again, the Liblero feeding Śmarzyk. And it goes long and it goes the USA's way. Now they're into double figures.
There's a lovely moment in that rally where Kelsey Robinson, who's normally got the libero shirt on, ran into the front court and forgot that when she's got the normal shirt on, she can volley it. And she bumped it instead. But USA get away with it. As soon as she played that ball, you could see in her face she knew what she'd done.
USA on a little bit of a roll here. 12-9. Maximum 3 hits, of course, allowed. A timeout called in this first set with the USA 3 points ahead.
Jeszcze raz, Madzia, próbujemy tak po swojemu zejść do leworęcznej, tak jak mówię, skaczemy na jej lewy bark, nie skakać szerzej, zostawić tą prostą. Resztę w obronie załatwiamy. Gol!
Got a bit of Polish in you, Simon. Any translations for us?
Yeah, not enough to be able to tell you exactly what Coach Nawrocki was saying, but very specifically talking about the blocking lineup at the net. I suspect where they need to cover Marsh Hackley in terms of her attacking options. But what both coaches will be a little concerned still about is that we're seeing patches of form. So we're seeing little blocks of points being scored as one team goes hot the other goes cold, and vice versa. What both teams will want is more of a rhythm to this match, more of a consistency, just trading points.
Picked up by Drews, Barsh Hackley. She's thinking about it. Across court.
Yeah, quick apology from Barch Hackley to Carlini, the setter. It's a decent enough set. Barch Hackley just got her angles wrong there.
Vicky on the serve for Poland. Ooh, picked up shirt to hand there, Robinson. Took a bit of a hit on that one, shaking it as she walked away. Poland all of a sudden, with that super spike, are just 1 point behind the USA now. They've clawed this one back. The USA had that little patch, didn't they, Simon, of putting something together, as you say, pulling away slightly, but Poland are having none of it.
Yeah, and with Nowicka serving here, then better lineup in the front court, but they're still struggling with their angles on Barch Hackley. They've got it right a couple of times. Generally speaking, look at the drift on the block. They're not really stabilising that. With Kakalevska reaching out to the ball, she's opening up the cross court for Barch Hackley.
American on the serve.
Free ball.
Nice. That little pocket was found by the American. Look at this. The height, the swing, beautifully placed. Stretch them out to a 3-point lead. Barsh Hackley once again. Wing spiker on the service line. Goes high. Well, the wait calls were made.
Yeah, just asking the blockers to hold on the floor. Don't jump early and show anything. Wait for Schmazik to indicate what she's going to do and then try and block it. But no, USA going too early. Schmazik just rolling it down the line, and Poland getting away with one there because their service reception is still not great.
Ooh, Stusiak.
Making a challenge from the USA here.
The familiar ace, ringing round. Jiangmen Sports Hall. Ace of the match.
Yeah, USA subs actually contributing there and saying they thought it was in, so no challenge.
So Poland to draw it back level to 14 points each. No.
Not a particularly clean contact through the middle from Carlini to Ogbogu, but look at the height Ogbogu operates at. That's going to buy her points all day long. And a good pass from Lake. The libero for the USA in the different coloured shirt seems to be settling down now in serve reception.
Ogbogu spikes at 318 centimetres, the American. A good example of the height. Not a particularly great example of the serve.
Yeah, Chaka Ogbogu plays against quite a few of the players on the Polish side of the net and plays alongside quite a few as well for Chemik Policek in the top division in Poland.
Monster block indeed to bring Poland level in this first set. 15 points apiece, doubling up at the net.
Yeah, one-on-one shutdown. Madrich getting hold of Drews.
Carlini. Nice little tip over from Robinson. And all of a sudden we're hitting the second technical timeout of the first set. Vicky, oh, nearly, just not quite. She watches it go. And we have a match on our hands here with just the 1 point difference.
Yeah, this is much better from both teams in terms of being competitive, but it's the business end of the set coming after this technical timeout. So those service receptions and those strong serves are going to be very important for both teams.
So 9th in the VNL last year were Poland, the challenger teams. There's Medrich. Well, 4 or 5 players now on the point scoring rota for Poland. She's one of them. 3 in total, 2 on attack.
They've been relatively stable, but that block on Drews was her big play. Just make Annie Drews think a little bit coming into the business end of set 1.
So words of encouragement from Robinson.
The little switch play, you sometimes see the players hold hands and then throw each other into their switch positions. Just another way of connecting with your team, and right on cue, we start the important part of the set, and Drews breaks the service reception of the Polish team. Well, again, it's Medrich trying to get in front of Stysiak and cover Stysiak.
So a bit of sparkle from Drews. She was born on Christmas Day, so she's showing us some good stuff here, some good volleyball, the number 11 for the USA. Another one of the American players, as Simon said, that plays in Turkey. 3 big teams in Istanbul. She resides at one of them. And now USA have a 1-point advantage, but Smarzek on the serve. See the running around, the changing of positions. Dixon getting herself into the net for the USA.
Well, USA were really disappointed with that. First of all, a Christmas present from Drews gives the serve away, and then they've got Stysiak in back court, and Robinson just had to hit the line. She's hit it straight onto Stysiak, who's defended easily to give Smarzek the transition kill.
So 17 apiece. Picked up, Carlini. Blocked and kept in play by Poland. Smarzek, poised and ready.
Oh, good hustle from Robinson. Brilliant.
Super stuff, Smarzek.
Oh, wow.
Out.
Oh, play of the day, without doubt. I tell you what, Kelsey Robinson, she was our feature player before we started today. She has been the star at the moment for the USA. She's been brilliant everywhere. Look at that for a pick-up to start with. And then, off the Smarzek hit, it rebounds around the post. And that was the phenomenal play. So Drew couldn't put it away. Novica goes on the reverse to Smarzek, who crowns it. Great block as well from Robinson to finish. And what we missed, unfortunately, in that mega rally was the run around the post. Brought it back outside the antenna, back through the antenna for a legal play. And then the block from Robinson. 3 great plays in 1 from the 23.
Super VNL action.
No. And then that happens.
And then that happens.
Oh, dear. Decent dig from Lake. And that should have been the setters, really. Not sure why Carlini didn't make it all the way out there.
We're back to 18 points apiece. A little word for myself, Dixon. So we continue. Medrich on the serve. Pick up by Lake.
So frustrating for the players and the coach. Amazing play from Robinson to get them the lead. They should have kicked on from there, the USA, but no. Poland get back into it, and then they've aced Lake again.
So another ace in this first set. Another point for Poland, creeping towards the 20-point mark. Barsz-Hackley blocked out by the Polish defence, and it's them that hit the 20-point mark first.
Yeah, it's dropped down quite nicely, isn't it? With the big blockers on that front line, shutting down Barsz-Hackley. Stysiak next to Alagierska.
The timeout called. It's first one by Karch Karai, the American head coach.
Yeah, no surprise to hear the number 9 spoken about there by Luka Slabe, Coach Kirai's assistant. They want Magdalena Stusiak taken out of this game. They want her served off court, they want her picked on in defence, and that's where they need the points scored. But at the moment, she's at the net, she can use her height, and she will be a concern for Team USA as a good blocker.
Oh, not again, she says. This time, I'm taking the point. A super spike.
Yeah, good pass, good set, and nice and quick to the wing. That's how you take the middle blockers out of the equation. Move the ball too quickly for them.
So Dixon on the serve to draw level for the USA. Oh, she puts her head in her hand, Smarzek. She knows the mistake she made.
Well, this is going to come down to who can make 2 points in a row. Who's going to be able to receive serve most consistently, or keep their serve in court. It's not great from Tatori Dixon. Pressure's on Lake again. Różański in. So height at the net, that's all that substitution is about. Just a taller block in the front court for Poland.
Goes Poland's way.
Slide D attack, run by Carlini around the back. It was me talking about who can score 2 points in a row. The 2 points at the moment have gone Poland's way on errors. So a challenge here. Did it touch the block when Bogu hit it on that slide D, the reverse around the back of the setter? Did she get a piece of the Polish block? This might just be one of those challenges where Coach Kirai is just burning one to delay things, just to slow things down.
2 challenges allowed per set. If you win your challenge, you keep it. If you don't, it's gone. As you say, a lot of tactical challenges go on through volleyball. Understandable, want to break up momentum, want to stop the flow.
Whoa, that looks like that's just clipped the pinky finger of Różański, the player that was brought on to block. And she's got a piece of it, but not help Poland. What a great challenge. And I don't think Bogu was aware of that. I think she thought she'd hit it straight out. Bit of a bonus for Team USA.
Coach Kirai, who'd think he knows what he's talking about with his Olympic gold medals, and it was a super shout, wasn't it, Simon? And it brings it to 21 apiece. Remember, 25 points, the magic number. You must win a set by 2 clear points. Smarzek.
Good work. So they did the right thing, USA, served on Stusiak, but Stusiak passed it well enough for Novica to get a set on it, and we knew it was going to Smarzek. She's beaten a very good block there.
To 6 points now, the number 17 for Poland. So they keep their serve, 1 point ahead in the first set.
No touch, say Poland. It's out from Barch-Ackley. We may see another challenge here, or a timeout.
Those 2 points you talked about, Simon, once again, and it's Poland that have the 2-point lead. Timeout called again by Kirai. We can do this, says Lake, the libero for the USA. Larson to Barch-Ackley on the right. Larson, number 10 on the left. A lot of work's gone into this first set by both of these teams, Simon. It's not one they're going to want to lose in any shape or form. Some wonderful VNL action in the first set here. And we're very closely poised with Poland 23-21.
It's all good for Poland. Novica at the service line, so good block in the front court for the team in red. And that's a decent serve.
Oh, great pickup by Lake. Smarzek sets it up.
Captain Kakalevska applies the finishing touch. First point for her today. What a time to score it. Excellent pickup from Lake in the middle of that rally. Shaky sets from Novica as she acknowledges to Smarzek.
So here we go. Set point to Poland. On their serve. USA blocked out, but it keeps in play, but it goes Poland's way. The dancing can begin, because that is 25-21. Well, a lot of excitement, a lot of good stuff. But Poland take the first set by 4 points. A very entertaining match so far.
Yeah, for the USA, though, after that loss to Brazil last week and then the 3-0 loss to Turkey yesterday, their VNL campaign at the moment has stalled. Poland just doing enough in little pockets of play, so scoring 2s and 3s more than the USA. And towards the end, a couple of decent serves from Novica and a very well-aligned block, and that was all it took to get it across the line. But Poland definitely playing that little bit better than they did yesterday against China.
So some highlights from a very entertaining first set. Statistically, oh, Simon, 12 apiece on attacks.
Yeah, there was nothing in it all the way through. Kept trading points until that final zone. USA had a massive chance to win that set, they really did. But a couple of poor serves, a couple of poor passes. And Poland able to get it across the line without too much competition in the end. Can't imagine that it's going to continue like that. USA, once again, still look pretty relaxed. They obviously have a game plan for this week. They're not putting pressure on themselves. They're trying out a few different rotations, and they understand that with that comes a certain amount of fragility in terms of the performance. Robinson, the standout for the USA, though. She looked good. Barch Hackley has got to come to the party and just be that little bit more consistent, especially on those diagonal spikes that she's missing. And then I think Carlini's got to go to Drews a bit more as well, try and use the left-handed opposite. No changes by the looks of it down there on the floor for the team in white, USA.
As we're saying, it really is a big match for both of these sides, slipping down a little bit in the VNL table with those losses yesterday to China and Turkey. We're looking for a 3-point pickup here in the VNL table. That's what you get if you win 3-0 or 3-1. Kept in by Robinson. Barch Hackley.
Two huge spikes from Stusiak. The first one brilliantly defended by Drews down the line. And the second, she works it off the block. She's not lacking in confidence. That's the positive about the 18-year-old in the number 9 shirt for Poland. She'll keep going.
Wow. Super spike indeed.
Carlini feeding the back line. And as I said at the start of this set, Drews has got to be an option and got to be used more.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, Barch-Hackley missed a few in set one. Just to keep doing this all the way through the match.
Dixon with the serve. USA take a 1-point advantage. Early part of this second set. Make that 2 points apiece.
Shot on the other side of the net from where Stysiak normally plays, right side, good line kill. Takes her back to the service line for one of her big jump serves. Oh, fortunately for the USA, that's hit the antenna, so it's out before it drops over the net.
So one of the easier points the USA have picked up so far. So point one, back to their serve with Carlini. Oh, monster block. Wow. So they win a point because of the antennae, then they do a monster block. This is a little bit of the role that the USA want to get them on. Smarzek denied. So serve stays with Carlini, but she puts it into the net, and again a couple of points and then one that they want to forget.
Well, it's an absolute killer. Smarzek has just been roofed by Ogbogu, so why not just put it in court again and see if Smarzek can beat her this time? But to just put it in the net, that is unforgivable really at this level.
So Kakalewska serves to Poland. Barch-Hackley, oh, wonderful pickup. The Americans, though, run out with the point. A little ooh from Barch-Hackley on that one. 5 points, 6 points she's up to now. 5 on attack, the American. Yes, let's go, says Robinson. And she is number 14, back on the service line. Rally continues. Oh, it's one that Barch-Hackley or Lake wasn't going to get to defensively for America.
Great pickup from Lake to continue the rally, but a nice hurry-up offense out wide from Novica to Madrid. Look how flat and fast this is, and Ogbogu just cannot get there. Good thinking from Ogbogu. Ball wasn't quite there to hit. She can see the space in front of her. She's got such a high spike reach. Goes up and up and up, and then just taps it down onto the floor. Stysiak could probably have done more there.
So the bounce from Ogbogu. USA with the 2-point lead. Oh. Well, when it starts bobbing around that many times, point goes in the direction. 1, 2, blocked, 1, 2. Yes, Karch Karai. The slave with his poorly foot, still seated after a training accident.
Yeah, we think he's twisted it in training. I'm trying to get the actual answer, but that's the most likely answer.
Oh. Hackley responds, keeps it in play for the US. Oh, it was just too far. Not allowed to use the advertising boards in any shape or form for an advantage. So stopped in her tracks was the Polish player. Oh, great shot, Barch-Hackley kept it in, as did Robinson.
That's a great hit. Yeah, Drew's a long way off the net. Really had to make that happen. And She did. And for me, Annie Drews is making a real claim for the opposite spot on this US team.
Gosh, already we've flown towards the first technical time out of set 2. Andrea Drews, the US top scorer coming into this match on 99 points. There she is. Didn't appear against Turkey. 8 points in this match already. With a wink to a teammate there. So she's now gone through the 100-point mark so far in the VNL. Making a difference today.
Yeah, hits a good ball. Doesn't necessarily have the highest contact point, but got a great wrist. And as all of you that have played the sport will know, she's a pesky lefty, so very difficult to pick up on some of those angles. Well, a couple of errors in there from Drews, but generally speaking, she's been solid. And that last rally just underlining her class, hitting the ball from a long way off the net and killing it.
So Bogbu serves. And Shackley again on the back line. Oh, nice pick up. Blocked.
Full marks to Śmazek, the star player for Poland, willing to get down and dirty in the middle of that rally. Decent bit of work from Śmazek.
Oh, says it all. USA lead by 3, 8-5.
2 quick errors. And all of a sudden, Poland back in this one. Just 2 points behind now at 6-8 serving.
Stusiak comes over. There's a quick word with Coach Nawrocki. It's
Yeah.
Poland then on the serve.
This will be about the blocking lineup, but they've taken Stusiak out of that.
Ooh. Too much length on that one. USA delighted to pick up that point, leading 9 points to 6. And tidy up on the court needed.
So they think Śmazek has caught a piece of the block here, but that looked to be pretty cleanly out. It was a good play. It was a really good decision from Novica to go to Śmazek. Śmazek pressuring Robinson's block, but may just have overcooked this one. No, nothing there. Wonderful technology, isn't it? That allows us to see just that little movement of a finger if it was even the faintest of tickles. But nothing doing for Poland here.
So no touch. Drews on the serve. USA leading by 3 points, remember. Poland 1 set up. Śmazek. Oh, wonderful pick up by Lake. Carlini sets. Well, Drew looks up to the official, but it's going to go the way of Poland. They pull one back.
Great pick up from Blake, but watch this set from Carlini. Really has to get through it. Bend her back to get it all the way out to Drews, who had an absolute free net down the line, but missed it.
Oh, Bar Shackley tried, threw herself at it, but the ace goes Poland's way. They're now back to just 1 point down, still on their serve, of course. Watch Bar Shackley go.
Yeah, tough for Robinson there because Carlini's penetrating. So number 7, Carlini, bottom of your picture, has to run across all the passes to get to her position on the net. Right, 4 touches. In control of the ball, USA look like the better team. But they've got to stay in control of the ball for long enough to cause Poland problems. Poland's serve reception definitely better today than it was yesterday. Although that one drifting a little too far, easily finished by Tori Dixon.
points the lead for the USA, 11-8 on their serve. Oh, super spike, drums. Wow.
And that's why Magdalena Stysiak is on court. She's an incredible warm-up hitter, and that's the kind of ball she hits in the warm-up. 92 kilometers per hour, tight angle. That's an impressive kill. And now Śmazek back in the front line for Poland as well. This could be a good period of play here for the team in red and white.
It is, that little run of play continuing, pulling one back.
Three rotations with Śmazek on the front line. They're going to look to score heavily here, Poland. Try and take a lead into the second technical timeout if they can. And this is the rotation that did the damage at the end of set one with Novica serving. It's in play.
Blake. Barsh Hackley.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Barsh Hackley again denied.
Great pickup from Strenzel to keep the rally going. And then Śmazek just waffles it into court. But out of system, blockers know where it's going. And Śmazek next to Kakalewska, that has gone straight down. That's vertical.
Now we're 11 apiece in the second set. No, Drews isn't going to get to that one. All of a sudden, this little passage of play by Poland has them 1 point in the lead. High fives all round as a timeout is called by Karch-Kiraly.
Space there. After this side out,
they haven't been able to run a ton of quick yet, okay? Only one trend. So just be ready a little bit for that, okay? Zone 1 and zone 5 or number 5 will do it. Depends on she's approaching. Just be a little bit more patient with her right now.
Here we go.
So Slade talking about zone 1 and 5 at the back of the court. The Americans. It's amazing how much information is given over in just that short space of time, Simon, that can change the game.
Yeah, USA do it really well because they crunch everything down. So they crunch all the numbers down, they crunch all the words down into jargon. So one word counts for a lot of words in the American timeout, and it makes sense to the players. It's how they all talk to each other in training.
So an efficient talking timeout from the American team. Drews, well, the point goes the way of Poland. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point advantage. Carlini.
She's not sure about this one. She hasn't seen Drew's footfall. She didn't see the referee's decision, but Drew stood on the line there. And she's the backcourt player, so she's not allowed to do that. And has to take off from behind the 3-meter line, hit, and then she can land in the front court zone.
Super spike. American fans continue seeing the back of your shot. Those that are supporting America today, waving their stars and stripes. Wow, 86.3 kilometers an hour. It's the speed, it's the accuracy, and America now getting back into this one. Śmazek puts it back into play. Ooh, nice pickup. Look at Drews moving back into position if needed, the number 11 for the USA.
That's a brilliant point from Poland. We were heading down the same route that the whole of this game has taken, so one team wins a bunch of points and then gives them all back again. Poland nearly did that there, but really good. Stuck in the rally, worked hard. USA will still be disappointed. They are not hitting the space on court. There's a lot of space in the corners, and they are not making the shots.
Something that was mentioned in that last technical timeout, wasn't it? The space. The Americans pick up a point there. Just won the deficit.
That's a shame. That was a good serve from Stysiak. Nice contact, good angle. Just missed the sideline. So good rotations now for the USA. They've got Drews into the front line. Easily seen off by Schmazek off the top of Barch Hackley's block.
Oh, how Poland would love to go 2 sets up against the Americans here. The 2-point advantage in this second set. Poland on the serve. Kakalewska.
There we go, good game management from Ogbogu. Knew exactly where the attack zone was because the big middle blocker, Kakalewska, had just served, came to that position 5 to defend. So anything low and quick is going to be a problem for her. She will now vacate the call for the libero Strenzel.
The booming voice of Karch-Karai on the sideline in the middle of that point. A monster block, 15 points apiece. Oh, beautiful. We have what we call a ding-dong battle in sport, back and forth. Barch Hackley serves for the USA.
Gierska puts it away. Polish players just saying to the ref, you know, it's not one hand, one bounce, that was down. So why did we play on? Not easy to see from the top of the stand whether a ball is down or not. Looked from where the referee was standing like a pickup.
Second technical timeout then. Poland nudging the advantage. Remember, 1 set up. Ogbogu. She is 7 points so far, 4 on attack for the number 24 for the USA.
Yeah, blocking's been the difference for Ogbogu today. A couple of great shutdowns on Schmazek, which is always important when you play in Poland. And with all that height, the contact point is way above the net when she jumps. It's the important one. That's a beautiful block on Schmazek. That was my favourite for today. Great technique from Ogbogu.
So the 24-year-old putting in a good performance so far. But more is needed from the USA with that 1-set deficit. We're heading towards the crucial end of this second set. Smarzek for Poland has the serve and they have the 1-point lead. Draw level. Oh. Super spike indeed. Smarzek now working the other side of the court, going into the number 2 position. The ball flies off. Yeah, Ogbogu. 17-16.
Getting her own back on Ogbogu, her Przemek Police teammate in Poland. Another good touch from Schmazek. Dear me. It's carnage sometimes on the US side of the court. And that's the problem when it's an unfamiliar rotational lineup. It's sometimes difficult because you have your job in the rotation. You know what you're supposed to do. And occasionally you can just assume, and we know what that means, it makes an arse out of you and me, you can assume that somebody else is going to do something that they're not prepared to do.
Oh, well. And then they do a monster block like that. Light and shade, night and day sometimes from the American team. It's that consistency that you're talking about, Simon.
Novica trying to mix it up, trying to do something different, and all 3 US blockers read it like a book. can't understand the US serving strategy at the moment. I know Strenzel and Madric are trying to cover Stusiak pretty well in the back court, but they've just served the passing specialist for an easy pass when Stusiak surely should have been the target. Maybe not thinking that clearly at the baseline at the moment, USA.
High from Barsh-Hackley, set up by Carlini. And the reaction from Robinson says it all. Here's a super spike for you, Poland.
She has absolutely hoofed this. And it's come right off Kukulewska's hand and gone very, very acute down to the court. Good serve. There we go. Pick on the right targets from the service line.
Nice indeed. Love that. Robinson jogging back. Come on, let's go. Give me the ball.
Gets stopped in the tracks.
They get stopped in the tracks. 19 points in this second set apiece. The timeout called by Poland. Understandably so.
Yeah, Robinson knew exactly what she was going to do with that next serve, so Czech Nawrocki going to make her way.
They are Czech Nawrocki, previously the men's coach, Poland, in charge of this Polish women's team. And a couple of Olympic bronzes in their time, Poland, in 1964, in 1968. 3 appearances at the Olympic Games in total. So the European side have history, but at the moment, it's all about closing out this second set to take a 2-0 advantage over the Americans. But a block, a monster block indeed from the USA. Of course, they have other ideas, the Americans. Defending BNL champions, let's not forget.
Yeah, nice shutdown on Stusiak. What they're doing is they're pressuring Stusiak on service now. So Robinson's going after her as a target. Has to be covered by Strenzel. Not a great pass. Free ball.
Oh, picked up nicely by Libero for Poland. Barsh-Hackley keeps it in play. Carlini. And the point goes the Americans' way. The roll continues even with the timeout called by Poland. The Americans now take a 2-point lead. Oh, the height and the power from Drews. Once again, Poland have a technical timeout. Let's try again, says Nawrocki.
Yeah, it just burns both of them.
Yep.
Barsh-Hackley for the USA still hitting a bit steep for me. Those corners are open until they get covered by the defenders. I think Michelle Barsh-Hackley can afford to go there. She's got such height in offense. She might as well just go straight over the top of the block and hit deep. That's what Drews is doing. Finding some nice angles out there, but I still think they're underusing Drews. 9 points at the moment from your opposite spiker. Deep into the second set, you want to be well into double figures now. Well, the timeout's finally worked. Why change? Stusiak stood there. She's been the target. It's won you 3 points. Don't change. So easy from the commentary box, of course. Down there on the floor, very different.
So we're going to the wire, of course, in this second set. Poland have now drawn level. 21 points apiece. It was set by Carlini.
One-on-one.
Gave it a whack.
Stusiak closing down the key player for the USA. Back to this good rotation for Poland now. And USA could be in trouble here. It's the way it just drops. It's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose, rotationally. But Novica, yet again, in a key part of the set, has come back to the service line with the best blockers in front court for Poland, and they make it count on Barcz-Haklin.
So with the 1 point advantage.
Sorted out, slide D attack again from Robinson. Boy, did the USA need that point.
Yeah, brings it back to 22 apiece. Dixon on the serve. Oh, wonderful, wonderful pick-up, Drews. Another ground-level pick-up by the Polish defence, but the point goes the Americans' way.
Well, it just feels like one of those matches where if the USA can get themselves through this set and win it, then they will surely be favourites. Now, we're going to get a challenge, again, because Nawrocki's got one left, so I think he's just going to use this to slow it up. And if they get something out of it, he'll take it. No.
No touch. I think you knew that.
I think so.
Yep.
Just tactical.
So USA on the serve, 2 points away from pulling it back to 1 set apiece. It's gone. Long gone was that ball. There's the ace. Music booms around the Jiangmen Sports Hall. USA now with set point to bring it back to 1 set apiece. Dixon. Poland, though, are making sure that if you're going to take this set off us, USA, I'm going to make you work hard to do it. What a spike. Remember, the set has to be won by 2 clear points. And go however high it wants, but as long as somebody wins by 2 clear points.
Greiber in for Stasiak, so Stasiak missing a few serves. Greiber much more mobile in defence. It's an easy serve. For the kill for the USA.
The kill when it was needed. The emotion from the US players as they win the second set, 25-23. They draw it level then, 1 set apiece. Absolutely super stuff. As the players depart, and more words of advice from both the head coaches. So we saw some wonderful highlights from the first set. Let's have a look back on some of the super plays in this VNL match from set number 2. Poland's set of contact points have been much better than yesterday. 53
53%, much more consistent ball coming in. But when it mattered at the back end of that set, that's where some of those errant passes got out of zone for the USA. Much more of a cluster of passing into that green zone for Carlini. Their errors have come elsewhere, so some poor hitting and repeated service errors mean that 85% passing rate into the green zone for the setter, which is really good, has been somewhat undone by just handing points back free. But I think USA will tighten it up from here as Lucas Laib hops away. We shouldn't laugh. Ankle injuries in volleyball are just so annoying, so painful, but they take weeks to heal as well.
We've all been there at some point, sporting injuries that take a long time to heal. Hopefully he'll recover sooner rather than later as he hops off. As his team go back on court then for the third set. 1 set apiece.
No changes either side of the net. Same rotations still out there, same players still out there. But USA now surely marginal favourites for this match.
So serve will be with Poland to get the third set underway. Agnieszka waits for the whistle. There's 8 seconds then to take her serve to get us underway. Well, straight away, Dixon pulling a nice move to get USA underway in this third set with the first point and a good super spike.
Yeah, she's got good strong shoulders to Tori Dixon, so wherever she gets the ball, she'll make a play on it. And usually hits a decent serve as well. Another wasted opportunity.
Back, running into a number 2 position, pulling one back for the Polish team. Words of advice from Drews as well. It's on 9 points at the moment, the American number 11, 8 from attack.
It's that rotation again. Poland like it when Novika's serving. She's got a good serve. Got mobile players in the back line and a tall front court. It's one of the tallest front courts in the VNL right now. Kakalevska next to Stusiak, both at 198, and Schmazek not far behind. And that's why they have the advantage on this rotation.
Frustration, Drew still chews a gum, the American. So 3-1 in this third set. Well kept in. Reset. Oh, well, the steep angle was used. Poland pulling away in this third set.
Better contribution from Agnieszka Kakalewska, the Polish captain. She needed to come to the party, and 2 good shots. Block followed by a kill.
And the setter, Novika, still on the serve then for Poland. A nice little run this for the Polish team.
Decent kill from Annie Drew. She hits a really good ball. She's got a free net to do it, just the one blocker. Comfortably passed on the cross court. Bit of damage done on the Novika serve, but not too bad for the USA.
Another one that's dropped between the crowd and the advertising boards.
I think USA have to make that defense. That wasn't a particularly strong shot. It was a rotation where they can score points.
Stusiak serves. Well, cover is called, the familiar term that's been shouted around the court here in Xiangmeng from the American team.
Yeah, they want the cover to come in behind the hitter, so nice and low. If the ball comes off the block from Drews, they're going to cover it, and that cover's not great. That's why they were shouting. Not enough players in and clustered around the block to protect the hitter.
Oh, wonderful pick up by Carlini. And it was all worthwhile. The point goes the Americans' way. It's the constant conversations that are had in volleyball, isn't it? As the rotations move, that are had between the players, normally led by a very strong captain of each of the teams, but Barsh Hackley, well, there's none much more experienced than her. She's on the serving line now for the Americans.
Good shot from Madrid. Didn't think there was an angle there, and that really should have been closed down by the US middle blocker, but gap appeared and she took it.
And signals from Carlini. Nice.
So the two tallest players on the Polish side of the court are stood next to each other on that last play. That's why Drews has just tipped it straight there, and it's supposed to be Kukuliska or Stysiak's ball. Neither of them really that mobile. So that's almost a free point if the USA get that right.
So Bogu, 9 points in total so far today, 6 on the attack. Serves for America. Just 1 point down now. Well, she serves, and she serves an ace.
They're still trying to cover Stysiak. Look how far Madrid comes across and right in front of the number 9. So they're trying to pretend to the USA that Stysiak is in the serve reception. She really isn't. This is a two-woman serve reception at the moment with Strenzel and Madrid. That's where USA are trying to expose that. Finally, they hit Stysiak. Good pass. There we go. Maybe they should trust her a bit more.
Yep, nice, straightforward. Smarzek now on the serve. So literally whacking one down to get Poland a 1 point lead. Blocked.
Go, Robinson doing the right things again. Stysiak's defending at 6, so she's in the middle of the back court, the least mobile of the Polish players apart from Kukulewska. But USA must hit the corners to pressure her on that lateral movement. Good try. 4 touches. But again, Stysiak, the service target. They've hit her a second time, and this time she gives the USA the error.
Lefty of Drews. 1, 2, right foot. And then hit number 4. 1 too many. Technical timeout then of the third set. Smarzek, well, I said over 200 points in total so far in this VNL. Just a couple of players that have broken through that 200-point mark in the women's game. 17 points yesterday she scored. She's up to 13 so far in this match against the USA. As you say, Simon, the key player, the big hitter.
She's the player that has the workload to carry, but take off the 2 Bogu blocks, take off the 2 hitting errors, and all of a sudden 13 points in the match, not quite as influential. So she has a big role to play for Poland if Poland are going to get through this one. And part of that role will be covering the passing errors that we are going to keep getting from the likes of Stysiak. Good work. Poland get themselves out of jail on that one.
US doubled up at the net. Carlini throws a head back. Poland keep the serve. Medrick then 8 points apiece. Well left by the USA. So back with Robinson then. USA with a 1-point advantage. Nice.
Hasn't had much on the ball, really, Alagierska. That's only her second attack of the game. A block and a service ace. Tallest middle player, the number 3 for Poland, but giving a good account of herself here and certainly keeping Efemienko off the court.
So the serves. Oh, he's kept in play. Marsh-Hackley will reposition, try again. And indeed, wins the point for the US. Running into the number 4 position, the American. Gives them now 1-point advantage. Dixon. Oof.
Sparjek doing her job, putting the ball away. To another neck and neck battle here.
Back and forth between these two teams. Reminder what's at stake. They need the points. You've got to get into the top 6 to make the finals. China have the host nation pass already, so it's technically a top 5 teams that we need. An important few points up for grabs here for the Americans. Look at that. Right on the outside of the blockers. A super spike for America. And Carlini onto the serve.
Ooh. Nasty. Ricochet off Madric's arms. Again, still trying to cover a lot of space. Now, on this particular rotation, they're trying to hide Stusiak into the corner. So it really is just 2 passes in the back line. That's a lot of court to cover. Let's say, trying to put the pressure on.
So the setter Carlini serves.
Well, slow, high ball to Stusiak. Quite an easy read for Marsh-Hackley and Ogbogu. And they got their timing right to shut down the big hitter.
So USA with a 3-point advantage. A timeout called by Poland in this 3rd set.
Ogbogu jest jedyną, której trzymamy prosto. Wszystkie inne do środka boiska. Stara się stanąć szerzej i mniej złapać. Dalej trzymamy się 1-2-2-1. Go!
Coaches now have a completely clear picture, as do the players, of the rotations and the way that they are stacking up through each of the 6 positions out on court, where the advantages lie, where the disadvantages, which is sometimes just as important, lie, and how quickly you've got to get through those rotations to avoid damage. But a couple of really clear times where Poland can score points, with Smarzek in the front court and Nowicka serving is the prime example of that. And this is a tricky rotation for Poland.
Carlini, Marsh-Hackley. Rescued by the Polish. Bruise again. Oh, wonderful work by the libero for Poland. Oh, blimey. The point goes the USA's way as the ball flies past the face of the Polish libero.
Strenzel's previous knee pads would have flashed before her eyes there as she got her head out of the way.
Well done, Strenzel. the USA now with the 3-point advantage in this third set. Ooh. Not to be for Drews on that occasion. The American blocks out monster style. High fives indeed. Look at that.
That is wonderful. There can't be many better sights in the sport of volleyball. Bogu flying high, reaching over the net, completely roofs the Polish attacker. And this rotation working out very nicely here for the USA, and they might be putting themselves in a set-winning position. Another shank pass produces another free ball.
Well picked up. One of the Americans, including the libero Lake, was getting to that one. The Poland pull one back. A bit more cleaning to be done.
Yeah, the assistants on the side of the court with their towels to clean up any moisture on the court have been told off a couple of times by the second official for not being observant enough. You don't have to be called onto court, you can just charge on, clean up and run off again. There we go, the damage has been done by the USA. They're away and clear in this third set.
So the familiar beep goes. Players depart the court. 15-11 USA in this third set. Up to 16-11 now. So a 5-point lead on this technical timeout. Second one, of course, of the third set. Shackley, the number 14 for America. 10 points, 8 on the attack. We said came on yesterday in that defeat. Has got the court time today, the American. And the wing spiker who applies her trade in Italy. He's doing a good contribution to this USA team today. Of the American team stands at 190 centimetres tall. They average 187 centimetres, the American team, an average of spike of 307. So Bar Shackley back in position on the service line. A 5-point advantage for the Americans. Smarjek well picked up by Bar Shackley. Well, it goes the Polish way. It's exactly what Coach Nawrocki would have wanted. So the serve therefore goes back to Poland. Winning the point, Kakolewska. Well, they serve, Simon, but when you're spiking like that...
What a beautiful hit from Kelsey Robinson. Lovely arm swing. Watch the balance in the air. Straight and true. Just rips it down the line. Cross-body shot. Vicker didn't even move.
Breeze past the right foot. Bogbu then on the serve line.
Ace. Too much space having to be covered by Madric to hide Stusiak. Now gaps appearing all over the Polish court that the USA are picking on quite nicely.
13 points now, the number 24 for the Americans. Demonstration from Nawrocki. What I think he doesn't want them to do.
Nie mamy szans do dojścia do przerzutu. Poczekajmy i zczytania jest lewym bramem.
I think the players have got the message. Some issues here for Poland in this set. I think some issues probably in the match overall now. I think USA have settled down on this rotation. The service reception, as we saw from the statistics at the end of set 2, a lot better. Some starting to work now for Team USA.
So looking to continue where she left off. Oh, and she does.
Well, they didn't stack Stusiak away from the reception. They left her there as a target, and Ogbogu's hit her square. That might have been going out, which is some of why Stusiak didn't pass it. There we go. They have served her off court finally. Goretzka comes in, I suspect, just as a replacement passer, and we'll see Stusiak back on in the front line.
Looking for a hat trick. 2 aces back to back. Right, kept in play. Under control then by the Polish, Marzek. Josh Hackley controls it, gets it near the net. Oh, it's a thump. And once again, Robinson. She's continuing the fine form that she displayed for the Americans yesterday against Turkey. Gets USA to the 20-point mark in this third set.
Good save.
A good rally. Barsh Hackley, well saved by the libero. Oh, and it goes the way of Poland. What a mega rally. Wonderful action.
Yeah, there were two sides to that. That was a smelly start. Poland playing some horrible volleyball at the start of the rally, and the player that got angry was Strenzel, the libero. Hit the ball over petulantly, and that fired her up for this play on Barsh Hackley. That's a tremendous piece of defence. That'll get rid of some of the anger.
So from a mega rally, a point to the USA, creeping towards this third set victory here. Totally in control at 21-13, just 4 points away from making it 2-1. Scratching ahead from some of the Polish players, but concentration from Drews on the serve. Oh, Carlini did well. It wasn't been able to capitalise on it. Poland do pull one back.
Goretzka, a couple of good passes from her, so that substitution has worked. And then she stayed on in front court by the looks of it. Not seeing a switch for Stusiak. As good as Goretzka is, not as tall as Stusiak by a long way, so some real opportunities here for the USA. Oh dear, and a 3-woman block. Makes me eat my words.
Wow. Not one, not a double, but a triple. Look at that, all of them in unison. Not a chance for Robinson on that occasion.
If someone had told her it was a 3, she'd have rolled it straight over and into the free space on court.
Oh, the power of Barsh Hackley being shown once again.
Starting to angle the ball towards the corners now. Just a little deeper, a little more angle. And Madrich, straight substitution. On comes Greiber. So this is possible indication here from Nawrocki, the team that he's going to start in set 4. With Goretzka and Greiber out on court. And unfortunately, the number 23 for Poland just cannot offer a block against Drews. Not one that's going to be effective during the match. That may influence Nawrocki's decision again. Just doesn't get the high. Good set though. And Strenzel's getting pretty frustrated down there.
Smarzek blocked out. Picked up by Lake. Barsh Hackley. Super spike again from the American. Means it's going to be set point for for the USA. Kaiser Trade, as I mentioned, in Italy, does the number 14 for America. Stepped up today. Set point, but Smarzek comes up. Wonderful save by Lake.
No. Oh, that's a really cheap point. A bump set gone completely wrong. Drifts over the net to give Team USA set 3, and now complete control of this match.
Well, both the previous sets for both teams have been in the 20s in terms of points. But the USA now 25-15, taking the third set to give them a 2-1 set advantage. Momentum with the Americans. So some highlights of, once again, another entertaining set here between Poland and the USA. So a little look at some statistics then. So the US spike placement, Simon, from day one.
Yeah, it's got a lot to do with the block that you're up against and the defence that you're up against, but you can see that a lot of those hits going middle court down towards the line, so that was clearly where USA felt that the options were. Here today, they're going across court, so they're hitting cross courts into the corner, and they're trying to get the ball away from the wing spikers, in particular Stusiak, defending at 6, and it's paid dividends finally in this match.
So it was bronze for Rio in 2016, and China won gold. They beat the Netherlands to the bronze medal at those Olympic Games. And of course, they were world champions back in 2014. Jordan Larson, we haven't seen much of her today. Larson, the number 10, was in that squad when they won the World Championships back in 2014. But who is in the American squad and playing well today is Barsh Hackley, as Simon mentioned previously, the MVP of the VNL last season when they won the title, the Americans.
I think Barsh Hackley, coming off the back of the pro season, has just had a bit of downtime and not quite back to her brutal best, and when she is playing well, she's easily one of the best players in the world right now, Barsh Hackley. And versatile. Remember last year they switched her from one side of the court to the other to recover from a very tricky situation against Turkey. Good bit of coaching from Karch Giray and Lucas Slade to be brave enough to make that decision, but it paid dividends. And she's just starting to warm up a bit in this match. Notice number 9, Stusiak, back on court. So Goretzka gone back to the bench, but Greiber has stayed on court ahead of Modric.
Stenzel, the libero for Poland, jumping up to get involved in the celebratory hug at the first point of the fourth set. I see the frustration there on Smarzek's face.
Yeah, mainly because it's Novica at the service line. That's their best rotation. That's been their friend in this game. Novica shoving it in the net, that rather indicates that USA now really got this game by the scruff of the neck.
Drews.
Wide from Kakalevska.
So the US, oh, they'd love it. See this one out. 3-1 victory. With 3 points for them in the VNL before they go towards their big match with China tomorrow. Blocked. Smarzek. Nicely picked up by Robinson. Oof.
Well, we saw the graphic for the spike placements in between the sets. This is another X marks the spot. Decent continuation play from both sides of the net, but it's the USA that get the most control, and cross court goes Barch Hackley.
Right to the feet of Stenzel. So 3-1, fourth set, America serve.
It's wild from Stusiak.
Wild and wide.
Yeah. But with young players, you've just got to give them room to play. Just give them time to develop, and I like what Coach Nawrocki has done today. He's giving Stusiak time on court to sort things out.
Kept in, high ball. Smarzek sends it back over. And where the Americans at the moment in this fourth set, a 4-point advantage.
Yeah, and I like Lauren Carlini's setting today. I've enjoyed watching her play today, and that was right on the edge of the envelope, but right into the hand of Ogbogu.
So, timeout called. We'll check Nawrocki.
Żeby nie pokazać, za szeroko jesteśmy, cały czas za szeroko. Luksy, to wszystko, quick i tak dalej, zostawić, niech ona tam się pomyli.
So, whistle goes. US on the serve. Dixon. Round of applause. The head coach. Some coaches love going right up to the line, don't they, Simon? Really involved at the side of the court.
Yeah, rule change a few years ago that allows coaches to patrol right next to the sideline.
Patrol, I like that. Keeping an eye. Poland serve. Lake picks up. A little tip over.
Oh, wow.
Wow, in unison, Simon, you and I. Many oohs and ahs today. But once again, because of Barch Hackley.
One of those moments where if you'd stood her on court and said, right, where would you like me to put this ball for you? She'd have said, just there, please. Free net, knocks Stusiak over. And that's a service that the USA needed to get rid of. So they've done well to move that rotation on.
Oh!
Kakalevska is not the fastest middle blocker in terms of her speed to the net. And that was one of those situations where the setter was under pressure. Novica needed her to be there, and she wasn't, so she tried to play it a little bit higher to give Kakalevska time, and it's just gone straight over the skipper's head. Promise you, that is not Novica's fault. That's the pass and the middle player that contrived there to mess that one up.
Robinson picks up, sets. Drew's denied. She goes again. Not going to be denied for the second time of asking.
She's absolutely bombed that one. 86.7 with accuracy. Strenzel very exposed on that line at the moment for Poland.
So it'll be a more comfortable and controlled technical timeout by the American staff, as they're leading 8 points to 2 in this crucial set for them. Stusiak, a little bite of the nails. Polish star, 11 points, 9 on attack.
I think the problem for Stusiak is that as many points as she's scored, she's given them all back in missed serves and poor passing. So we have to be absolutely realistic about that. But the reason Stusiak is still on court is because Coach Nawrocki believes that she's the key to Olympic qualification. If they can strengthen that left side of court with Stusiak, if they can get Stusiak to a point where she's playing comfortably against the rest of the teams in the world, then she's going to be a real bonus for this Polish team.
I played in the group stages of the Olympics in Beijing in 2008, did Poland, as I previously mentioned. I've won a couple of bronze medals before in the 60s. As you say, Simon, head coach has his plan. Stusiak is very much part of it going forward to Tokyo next year. But meanwhile, the Americans in total control in this fourth set as Poland pick up, though, the first point off the back of that technical timeout.
Much more stable. Kakalevska just gets there a little bit earlier, but an easier set for Novica to make on that occasion.
Charles Frederick looking on to give him his full name. Kashkarai, a lot happier today than he would have been yesterday with his team's performance. Carlini, and then Drews brings herself in from the back to the net. Oh, perfect, she says.
This was on the money.
If she does say so herself.
A lovely set from
Beautiful.
Carlini. And running that fast offense to Drews with the block all over the place, she puts it away every time. Poland in a mess here. And USA in the ascendancy. I think this is their game to lose now.
So, changes.
On go the goggles for Witkowska.
Just reminding everybody, Smarzek, it's a super spike.
Yeah, I think that takes it to 17 for the game, but no serve aces yet.
Smarzek rescue, set up. Well, Stusiak came through.
Yeah,
Didn't
pipe
finish
attack. That should be a good position for Stusiak to hit from. Going into the corners, but just miss-hit it.
Three aces to a name already. The American on the serve.
Drews is killing them for fun at the moment.
Enjoying herself, isn't she?
She is, and that's why Carlini keeps going to her. You know,
Yep.
You've got to know when your hitters are hot, and you've got to use them.
So USA continue with the serve. 8 points the advantage in this fourth set. Goes back over. Blocked again. Oh, wonderful pickup. Oh, what a rally. It ends in Poland's favour.
Yeah, not all about massive defence there. That was about really good blocking at the net. That's what kept stopping the ball, kept forcing the attacking team to recycle. And then a canny tip off the block by Novica. It's gone USA's way, so if Poland disagree, they're going to have to challenge, but looks like the Polish block have omitted the touch.
13-5 in set number 4. Drews. Spike. Oh, yes. The Polish team then were going, oof. I like that one.
Yeah, she's got her spiking goggles on today as Kwiatkowska. And she got her serving goggles on.
Quick shift to the official. Right-hand side. USA once again total control in this set, just like the last. 14 playing 6. Stands all poised, the libero for Poland, but USA on the serve. Monster block.
There you go, force the passer away from the net, and it just restricts the setting option, so easy for the blockers to read where the ball's going and to form a really solid and balanced block. Touch, say Poland, so the ball going into the net. And we're going to get a challenge here, so remember, if the ball hits the net tape but then goes up and hits the block, or over and hits the block, that still counts as a block touch. So effectively the rally should have been allowed to carry on if it did that. And this means that with this challenge from the USA, if it's a correct challenge, which it is, so USA win the challenge, that consequently means we will replay the point, because the point didn't come to a satisfactory end.
So nothing to worry about for the USA at the moment. Robinson now on the serve line again, 15-6 in this 4th set.
Lovely block from Stysiak on Drews. Second time she's roofed during the match.
Yeah.
That's feather in the cap for the 18-year-old.
Oh, well, once again, number 14. Happy the way it's going. Bosh Hackley and America are definitely happy in this 4th set now. Going away with this one in the 2nd set. Technical timeout, 16-7. The USA in cruise control. Robinson, the 23, is once again, like yesterday when she played well, played her part.
Yeah, she's a really good player, multi-dimensional, because she does usually play as a libero for this US squad. Wonderful to be able to switch between positions as easily. And then when she's attacking as well as she has today, and serving as well as she has, when you combine that with all the libero skills, the passing and the defence, then you've got your complete player right there in terms of a wing spiker. Very impressive today.
One of those American players in triple digits in terms of national selections. It's Robinson. Stenzel, the libero for Poland. But Dixon serves for the USA.
Quite a late change there from Drews. Drews normally shapes up to hit cross court and then loves to open up the line when she sees the block stacking, but realised Schmazik had closed the line down, so somehow engineered a cross court shot out of that. That was a clever hit.
Got the point. She was ready and poised, Dixon. Quite yet. Timeout called.
Szóstką podwoić przy quiku, dobra? To jedynie to, co możemy zrobić. Nie ma potrzeby robić wyrządzenie.
Now she comes back to the service line. Potentially unassailable 11-point lead here in the fourth set for the USA. Oh, clever by Smarzek. All the blockers coming up, popped it into the little space that none of the Americans could cover. Gosh, just a little bit of the power of Barsh Harkless spike taken off by the net.
Change up at the substitute line, so Stusiak off again. Madric comes in for service and backcourt duties. May not see Stusiak back on the court, actually. Madric might see this one out from here. Maybe not. Coaches don't mind. If a player misses the baseline, that shows you're going for the serve. Coaches aren't as happy when you hit the ball in the net.
Once again, little pocket.
Wrong hand for Kakolevska as well.
Blake flying in, Superman style, hoping for a pancake. Not on the menu just yet for the American. 9 playing 19 then, 10 down in this fourth set.
Decent work out of system from Poland, but I'm afraid this is just seeing the game out from the team in red.
So Poland hit double figures. Kakolevska prepares to serve. Puts America on 20 points. Oh. You know that move you did on us twice before, just a few moments ago, Poland? It is a little cheeky little dink of a reply. Smiles all around from the Americans at the moment. 21-10, 4 points away from a 3-1 victory before the Americans face China tomorrow. Good reactions from Drews. And again from Carlini, keeps the ball in play. Lovely little pickup from the Vicar, but the point, another point goes to the USA. Really warmed up into this match today, Simon, and in total, under control.
Well, they have. That was a gift, though, from Strenzel. Poor play from the libero for Poland.
Lake brings back in. Robinson tries. US block again. Smarzek blocks out. Lake sets. Oh! What a nice little rally that goes the way of Poland. Once again, Simon, some good blocking as the rallies continue.
Yeah, very well organised at the net, both teams. And the final kill, Greiber blocking that straight back into Annie Drews.
Two one-handed passes keep it in for the Polish, but the USA end up taking the point.
Magic from Strenzel to get that back between the antenna, but it's just dropped straight in front of Annie Drews for the kill. This is good hustle.
Two points away from victory. And a monster block. Gosh, I think the official Chang Men's Sports Hall today, just keep your finger on the monster block button.
It's worn out, isn't it?
Just leave it hovering over the top. Some super monster blocking. Match point then for the USA. Abogu, can she seal this one out for the Stars and Stripes? Robinson, Carlini puts high. Barsh Hackley, the final move of the match, the big smile from the American and all of her teammates, 25-11. The USA see this one out against Poland, 3-1, and they'll go forward to their match tomorrow against the big guns Olympic champions China, a lot happier with that performance.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Those second two, or the last two sets, were really good from the USA. A couple of players stood out, Robinson in particular. Carlini set well, but I think Karchkirai now will have a very clear idea of the lineup that he wants to send on court against China.
Some super plays. Drews, the number 11, Drews for the USA ends on 21 points. Smarzek again picks up 18 points in the VNL from that match here today. In the Xiamen Sports Hall, the fans depart before coming back later for China versus Turkey. But what a super match for Poland and the USA in particular. Let's have a look back on just some of the highlights of the Americans' win.